So, welcome guys today to day 2 of Unlocking the Superhuman Within. Today we're actually going to be talking about sleep. I want to upgrade your sleep today. Because honestly, sleeplessness is an epidemic of our time, and I really want to show you guys how you can start getting better sleep. Just simple steps you can take, and why it's so important, and why it's affecting so many people. So let's kind of just jump right into this. Let me get your brain going. Let me get your thoughts going on this. So I want to ask you a question. How many Americans do you think struggle with sleep? It's like, kind of think about that. Think about your own situation and think about your friends. It's like, how many people do you hear like, man, I didn't get a good night's sleep. Like, it's rough. Haven't slept multiple nights in a row. So how many do you think it is? Half. Literally half of the American population. Like, this was done in a Gallup poll. They stated they struggle with insomnia. And then 80% say they suffer with occasional insomnia. So maybe you're sleeping good some nights, but then throughout the week, maybe you're getting stressed out or something. And once again, you're not sleeping well. Another really something to wrap your head around this is 40% of Americans get 6 hours or less of sleep. And we all know we're suggested to get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, right? That's crazy. 40% of the population getting 6 hours or less. That makes a lot of grumpy people in America, you know? Because I know when I don't sleep, I am a grumpy person. Anyone will tell you. And another thing is we don't really prioritize it for our health. So when people were asked, what are your top priorities out of fitness, nutrition, work, interest, hobbies, and there was a couple more, like an other section, only 10% of people said sleep was their top priority. So it's kind of concerning because, as you'll find out as we go through this, sleep is vital to everything. So let me ask you another question. What would happen if deep quality sleep came easily for all of us? Like, you could just lay down at night, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, however long, short amount of time, you just pass out. You wake up, you're feeling refreshed, it just comes easily. Sounds nice, right? I am going to tell you, it is possible. But if it did come easily, I just want to show you guys what all it could do for you and what all deep sleep can do for you. So we have better brain function. We have faster muscle recovery. You ever have those days you're out walking, hiking, or you did something strenuous, and then the next day you were just beat up? You feel like you didn't even sleep that well. Maybe you did pass out because you were so tired, but the next day you're just so sore. So if we could get that deep sleep, we're going to be able to recover better. We're going to feel better. We won't ache so much. Another thing, burn more fat. And then the last thing is we can live longer. You know, think about it. You sleep better, you feel better, you're probably going to live a little longer, right? Which I'm pretty sure all of us would like, you know? So what does this mean for us? This means with better brain function, we're going to have more focus, more clarity. You're not going to have those days where you're just thinking, what was I supposed to do? Or you're like, you have those brain farts, as we call them. You're just going to start having less of those. You're going to be able to kick butt in the gym. It's like you can actually have the motivation to get up, go exercise, and then you'll be able to recover. Or even just be able to go hiking more or get outdoors and walk more, do more activity because you're able to recover. And then obviously a big one here is lose weight as needed. Because obesity has become a huge problem for us. And it's hard to shed the weight. It's like if you don't really know what to do, it's hard to shed that weight. So sleep is one way to do that. And then obviously you have so much more time in life where you're actually going to enjoy life. You won't be hurting so much, and you'll have longer years and better years once you have better sleep. So those are all the benefits, but I want to show you a kind of funny story here. Just a funny story that I came across about a dad who didn't get enough sleep. And I kind of love this because it talks about eBay and buying a Nintendo, so it's pretty funny. So I'll read it out to you, but one day a package shows up in my house, addressed to me. I open it up, and it's the mint condition Nintendo, like still in the box and everything. Sweet, right? Then I unpack a little more and find a receipt from an eBay seller with my name on it saying I paid $800 for it. $800 for a Nintendo. It's cool and all, but not worth that much. I don't remember doing that, so I immediately go online, check for fraud, and so on. Nope. There it was right on my account with a buy it now from about a week prior at 2:45 a.m. We had spent the bulk of that week in the hospital with our newborn who was battling asthma. I'm no detective, but if my timeline is correct, I must have bought it during one of those nights. When you're sleep deprived, there's not a lot of critical thought going on, and eBay makes it so easy. So that's kind of funny, but I underline there, it's like he says, when you're sleep deprived, there's not a lot of critical thought going on. How many times can you remember, or maybe you don't remember because you were sleep deprived, that you've made poor decisions when you're tired? It's like maybe you bought something you shouldn't, or I don't know, you did something you shouldn't have. Or you are up in the middle of the night buying things. I've found myself doing that before when I used to wake up and surfing on my phone and it's like go on Amazon. It's really easy with the buy of one click now. I would end up with things I really didn't need. So that's one thing. When you're sleep deprived and it adds up, you're not able to think as well. You're just not functioning so well. And the reason I bring up this story is I really want to drive it home to you why we should start trying to get better sleep. So I'll give a story of myself. Poor sleep equal poor recovery for me. Like I was talking about, waking up sore, waking up tired, brain fog, all that stuff. So here's a graph. I used to track my sleep. I tracked my sleep for a year to kind of figure out what I could do. But in this picture, I slept for 9 hours. I slept for 9 hours. That's a lot of sleep. But in that 9 hours, 18 minutes of deep sleep. 18 minutes. You should be getting at least an hour at my age, 27. I think I'm 27. Honestly, I'll have to check that. Anyways, yeah, I am 27.
You are 27.
Thank you, Mother. I love it. Thank you. She will always be there to remind me. I love it. Okay, so at 27, I really should be getting at least an hour of deep sleep a night. And depending on your activity level, that'll change, but at least an hour, okay? So out of 9 hours of sleep, it was kind of like it was wasted. Yeah, I didn't wake up in the middle of the night, but also I didn't wake up feeling too great. So something was robbing me of my deep sleep. And you can see a little phone in the background. It's kind of a hint like where we're going with this. That is one thing. But something was robbing me of deep sleep. So I was determined to figure it out. And that's what I did. I kept tracking my sleep for a year. And I know a lot of people have those Fitbits that track sleep, and it's a lot more accessible now. You're able to track your sleep. And that's one tip is if you can track it, you can fix it. So here we have the same amount of sleep almost. 8 hours, 45 minutes. And you can see on the little graph in the bottom right, all that black, that's all my deep sleep. I got 2 hours of deep sleep here, I believe. I go from 18 minutes to 2 hours of deep sleep. And this was almost a year later. I had done a lot of experimentation with myself and implemented stuff. So I've learned a lot about sleep. I've learned how to change it, what to do about it, okay? And you can see up in the top right of the picture, 82% recover compared to 31% when I first started doing this. So I discovered simple sleep hacks by just tracking my sleep and trying different things. Because I was just tired of being tired all the time, you know? You ever get that feeling you're just tired of being tired all the time? So I became the own scientist of my body, and I started having recoveries like this: 99%, 9 hours of sleep, resting heart rate of 40. After a year of, implementing and doing all this stuff, I finally figured it out. And what did this lead to for me? I started becoming like more superhuman. That's the name of the series, Unlock Your Superhuman. I would wake up just like ready to go. So, man, can't wait to, I actually couldn't wait to get to work. It was fun. Like I had all this energy. I could talk to people. My brain was like this. People started saying I was happier. I had more energy. I actually talked to my brother when this was going on, and he said, yeah, something sounds different about you. Yeah. And then other people at work were like, man, you're glowing. And literally all that had changed, and some diet stuff and all this other. My diet, I was still trying to get together and solve some gut issues, but it was really just my sleep. I figured out my sleep. I figured out how to get deep sleep and recover every day. And I say this on the slide here, is like I really do feel like it made my life grow tenfold. Like the speed that I grew in life, it started to speed up. Another benefit I found, I talked about losing body fat. My body fat, yeah, I'm a naturally skinny guy, but it was at 7% to 12% during this time. Like before, it would be around 15 to 16%, just depending. But that's a big drop for me. And I could feel it. My body was burning the fat. I wasn't craving foods. It's like it was running my brain at superpowers. It was awesome. This was all just because of sleep. All these benefits led to me living a life of adventure, excitement, and love. It was a game changer for me, and it was so simple. So I tell you this because I want you to be inspired to like try to fix your sleep. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to go through an exercise, and we're going to give you some tips and everything. We're going to get you sleeping better tonight. Tonight, I'll get you a little better sleep. So it's no surprise that I was performing so well in life with getting more deep sleep, because we wake up with 50% faster processing power after restful sleep as compared to someone who's sleep deprived. And they literally compared the sleep deprived person to a drunk person in this study. Like someone who is intoxicated and should not be driving, basically. Like some of them would outperform the sleep deprived person. And maybe you've heard this statistic before, because I've heard it all the time. It's like being sleep deprived is like you're drunk and you shouldn't even be driving. And I've had those days where I was driving and I end up at work and I'm like, how did I get here? Mainly because I was waking up at 5:30 in the morning every day, and my body doesn't like that. So we'll talk about that also. But yeah, 50% faster processing power. What do you think you could do with that? Imagine what you could do with that, combined with all the other benefits of sleep. What could you do? Where could you be? Maybe you could fix other problems. Maybe you could start, living out your passion, something. But you'll just have more energy for life. It'd be more joyful. So what can you do to start reaping the benefits of deep sleep? And that's the whole reason you're here, right? You want to know about sleep, and I've gone over these statistics and stories. So I want to get down to the nitty-gritty with you, and let's go over some examples. So here's some simple steps for deeper sleep. Maybe you've heard them before, but I'm still going to go over them because they're very important. So my first step that you want to talk to is I want you to develop a sleep routine. And I'll give you an example of my sleep routine. So I know that I go to sleep at 12:30. Like my eyes are shut at 12:30 and I'm passed out. So that means 2 hours before, I don't want to be looking at my phone, or at least an hour before. I don't want to be looking at my phone. I don't want to be watching TV. I just want to be relaxed, right? You want to start winding down an hour before. So that's my routine. I start reading a book. I put on my blue blockers. That's the thing, is like I don't want any blue light, those bright screens. I know you've probably heard about blue blockers lately. They're really popular now. I might drink some tea. There's some special tea I drink that just helps calm me down and everything. Basically, I just try to calm down for those last 2 hours of the night. Maybe write, do something. That's my routine. And then I'm in bed an hour before 12:30. So I'm in bed by 11:30 so I can start really relaxing, coming down, coming down, coming down. And then I pass out. And then the next thing, make your bedroom your sanctuary. So imagine a sanctuary. Imagine like you're at church, you're in a sanctuary. They make it clean, right? It's like, well, hopefully it's clean. But, it's the house of God. So you're making it clean. It's put together. It feels really nice, So same thing with your bedroom. It's like your holy place. It's like, because that's where you're going to sleep. You don't want to be in a stressed out room that's dirty. You got stuff everywhere. One big thing is a TV. If you have to have a TV in there, just make sure it's off, like at least an hour before you plan to shut your eyes and fall asleep. But anyways, keep it clean, make it comfortable, okay? My bedroom is really simple. I have nothing in there but a bed, a pillow, a blanket, and my sleep mask. That's it. There's literally nothing else in there. But that's comfortable to me. It may not be to you. Maybe you need some other things in there. But that's important. Develop a sleep routine and then make your bedroom your sanctuary. So these are really simple steps you can start doing today, but I also want to show you some hacks. Like this is the really cool stuff you can start implementing to like really upgrade your sleep. So what do we have here? Throughout this year that I was tracking my sleep and experimenting, I figured out a lot of hacks to try to help me sleep because I experimented with my body, watched my numbers and everything. So I'll go through these with you really quick. We have put your bed at an incline. Now this can kind of be harder for some people if you don't have the auto bed. You can make wedges to put under your bed. It just depends what kind of bed. But 10 to 30 degrees, and especially if you have like breathing problems, sleep apnea, which affects a ton of people in the US. This is going to help fluid drain. It's going to help you breathe better. It's going to help with your heart. It can beat easier. Second thing, blackout curtains. You don't want any light. You don't want any light when you're sleeping. Science has shown, studies have shown just one lumen. And one lumen is like, I'm pretty sure it's a candle. And it's like those little LED lights that you don't think are a problem. They are. They actually keep you from getting to that deeper sleep. It can bring you out of just one lumen, one little light, one little candle, LED. If you can't do that, a sleep mask is phenomenal. And after this, if you need some sleep mask brands, I do suggest some because I tried a ton of them. And I've been using the same one for over a year now. It's amazing. Next is silence if possible. I know a lot of us live in the cities. When I lived in Atlanta, I was lucky enough to be in a quiet apartment, but still in apartments, you have all this noise. Maybe you have neighbors with dogs. The dogs is a big one. But yeah, they may bark at night. But best you can make it silent. If you can't, use some earplugs that are comfortable. Or I have some special sound wave apps that actually, it's really cool. It creates like a barrier of sound around you. Next is no eating 3 hours before bed. So this is a big one. Maybe you get really hungry at night. You get these cravings. You really want to eat something. If your body's having to digest in the middle of the night, trust me, you're not getting deep sleep. All that blood flow is going to your intestines, your stomach. It's not working on your brain to recover your body. Okay. So best you can, no eating 3 hours before bed. And if you do, make it a really light meal. All right, so next we do have 20 minutes a day of full sun exposure. No sunscreen, no sunglasses. So this is really cool. I learned about we need the sun to wake us up in the morning. We literally need it to wake us up. If you've heard about circadian rhythms, it's like the sun wakes you up, and then as it's setting, it's starting to put you to sleep. But anyways, 20 minutes of sun a day, full sun exposure, no sunscreen. And one reason for this is the sun helps you with this thing called serotonin, helps you produce the happy hormone. It makes you happy. Think about being out on the beach, how much better you feel in the sun. It's like you're fully exposed, your body feels great, you're relaxing. Just imagine it. Anyways, that serotonin turns into melatonin at night. Okay. So it helps you produce the sleep hormone. Really, really cool. Another thing is avoid blue light 2 hours before bed, screens, intense light bulbs, all that. You can get glasses, you can put red LEDs if you need that. And then lastly is stress reduction. This is a big one. We are all stressed out in America. You look up statistics, it's crazy. We're stressed out people. So this is part of my business is I want to help you reduce stress. And if you reduce stress, you get better sleep. So it's really cool. You can do breathing to calm down before bed. You can, massages like foam rollers and stuff. Foam rollers is a really good one. I suggest them to a lot of people, especially coming from doing physical therapy with patients and stuff. Foam rollers will help relax you at night. Just massage your body out, okay? So those are some really simple hacks you can start implementing tonight. But right now I want to go over an exercise with you guys. So get a pen and paper. I'll give you just a little time to get a pen and paper. And you can turn on your mics and let me know when you have that. Let me know you're still here.
I have mine. I'm ready.
Got it.
Cool. All right. All right, so we're going to go back to this. Cool. So let's develop your own sleep routine. So first thing I want you guys to write down is what time you should be in bed by. Okay, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions here to help you with that. It's like, what time am I sleepiest at usually? What time will allow me to get at least 7 hours of sleep? So you can just answer those questions. Actually, you guys can keep yourself unmuted for this part of the thing, just so you can let me know when you're done with everything.
So you gave us 2 questions. What time am I sleepiest?
Yeah, so what time are you sleepiest at usually? And what time will allow you to get 7 hours? Because that's going to help you be able to decide what time you should be in bed by. And this isn't saying like falling, like being passed out. It's just when you get in the bed.
Got it.
And Faith, do you mind sharing what time you wrote?
9:30.
9:30. Nice. Is that what time you usually get in bed?
I've been getting in bed around 10, sometimes 10:30.
Okay. Yeah, so you give yourself another hour to be in bed and kind of relax. That's great. You got it, Mama?
Yes. You want my answer?
Yeah, what time you got?
All right. So Faith and I are a lot alike. I start getting sleepy around 9:30 to 10.
Okay.
And I usually get up at 6 a.m. So I need Oh, that was the second question.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get up by 6 a.m. So what time do you want to be in bed?
Well, I guess I need to be in bed when I get sleepy at 10 so I can fall asleep by 11.
Yes, that is exactly right. That's awesome. That's a really good answer. No, I love that. All right, cool. So we got 10 a.m. and 9 or 10 p.m. and 9:30. Those are great. All right. Okay. So y'all already kind of answered this. Write down what you would like to wind down. Oh, wait. Write down what you would like to wind down with at least an hour before bed. So you guys said 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. for getting in bed. Well, what would you like to wind down with at least an hour before bed? An important question comes here is what helps calm you down? Like from the stress of the day, what do you know helps calm you down? So just take some time to think about that and write down a couple of things you might want to do.
Got mine.
All right, cool. We'll wait for Faith and then we'll share our answers.
I think I'm ready.
All right, cool. All right, Mama, you can go first. What would you like to do to wind down at least an hour before bed?
I watch TV shows to relax
All right, cool.
and to get really in the going to sleep mode.
Yeah.
Putting on my comfortable jammies and washing and
Yeah.
putting on my face cream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what I like.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's like your body knows it's like, oh, jammies time, facial creams and stuff. Like your body's like, oh, it's time to wind down. No, that's perfect. That is perfect. All right, Faith, what did you put?
I would like to read a book before bed. I got really good about that during quarantine, and I got through like 4 books. And then when school started back, I haven't read any, but it's so nice to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. You got through 4 books. That's amazing.
Yeah. I was reading a lot. Oh, like
Yeah.
I was probably reading like 3 hours before bed.
Golly.
it
No, hey,
was
that's amazing. That really is
yeah.
amazing. I do the same thing before bed as like me and Anna, we like to read. So she has a actual physical book and I read on my phone. Um, that's one thing if you are reading on your phone, just try to put it on do not disturb so nothing distracts you. But yeah, that's awesome, Faith. I love that. All right.
And
What else you got?
oh, I just said I want to get better about running our diffuser because, well, I like the smell of like lavender and I think it does help. And Red sleeps in the room with us. So, I mean, it would help that a little bit because she smells like a dog. You know.
That's hilarious. Okay. No, that's great, Faith. Put some lavender in your diffuser because I mean that's definitely been shown lavender helps you relax. So I love that. Read a book, have the diffuser going, and that'll help you fall asleep. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, cool. Those are great, guys. So we're gonna keep moving forward here. All right. So, last question is because I want you guys to implement what you've learned today, the things I've kind of pointed out, is what's one sleep hack you could implement this week? Okay. So, within a week's time, out of all these listed below, I just want you to at least pick one. You can pick multiple if you want, but tell yourself, I'm going to do this. So, just take a second to read through them and see which one you like.
Do you want to hear our answers?
Yeah, what you got, Mama?
Well, it's such a coincidence that you put inclining the bed because I
Yeah.
have ordered an adjustable mattress frame.
Hey.
So I definitely am going to implement that hack as soon as that thing finally arrives.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I'm just wondering, why did you order that? Like, what made you want to get it?
Well, besides the fact that it does, help you sleep better, and part of that is it keeps acid reflux down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, it's really cool if you look into, which I'm assuming you did because you know it helps you, but just that 10 to 30 degree incline in the bed can help like with your fluid in your body at night. It's like your heart can actually beat a little easier. If you wake up really puffy in the mornings, like it'll help you with your fluid draining out of your face. So you wake up feeling less like, you know?
Right.
So no, that'll
And
be really cool.
can I say one more?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you've inspired me about the blue light because I said I like to watch TV before
Yeah.
bed. So I'm going to check into some of those blue light cutting glasses.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Just text me. Just text me and I can send you the ones I use. But obviously, you can look through all the ones out there. But I'll send you a link to look at the ones I use because I put them on 2 hours before bed and they start making me sleepy within like 30 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, Faith, what you got?
I'm gonna try to do no eating 3 hours before bed.
Yeah.
And I we watch TV. I usually fall asleep with the TV on. I wear my blue light blockers,
Yeah.
but our TV in our room is huge, so it's like it brings in a ton of light into the room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to turn off the TV so that it's dark in the room.
Yeah, that's great. One thing with the TV is if you ask a lot of people, ask your friends that like they love to fall asleep with the TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so even if we don't realize it, like it does keep us from getting deeper sleep. So I love that you're saying that you're gonna try to cut off the TV at night. So yeah, that would be definitely a good one to try out. A little tip with the no eating 3 hours before bed.
Uh-huh.
If you're having trouble with like cravings or you really need something, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to keep raw organic honey. It's the best. Like try to get the best honey you can. Raw is the best you can get. You can take like a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of that before bed, and it's not gonna affect you, but it will help you with kind of your sweet cravings if you're having sweet craving and um, it's actually been shown it helps keep you from waking up at night. So that's just a little tip if you're going to try the no eating 3 hours before bed.
That's super interesting. I will try it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Any other ones? So you're going to do the no eating 3 hours before bed and try to cut off the TV, right?
Right.
All right. Well, cool. All right, guys. So this is now that we've gotten that written down, you've got your plan. One thing I want you guys to do is like, if it's on a sheet of paper or something, I want you to like put it somewhere you're gonna see it. Because if you put it up somewhere you're gonna see it and you keep seeing it, it's like I'm gonna do this. Okay, this is my sleep routine. I'm not gonna skip out on it. This is what I'm gonna do. So that's just a tip for you guys, so you can actually commit to this thing. So to wrap it up here and continue on, I just want to kind of show you an example of what possibilities will happen once you're well rested. It's like what could happen in your life once you have more energy, like you're not so down every morning. It's like, oh, another day. You wake up, it's like, yes, another day. So imagine with me, you establish a sleep routine and you can stick with it, okay? That's going to be this September, this month 1. So you start to wake up a little more refreshed. Maybe in a couple weeks, few weeks, you just start feeling a little better, okay? Then 3 months down the road, you've really stuck to this. You've figured out your sleep routine and you stick to it every night. You get a little better figuring out what's going on. People begin to say, like, you seem a little happier. It's like, because you probably are a little happier. You know, sleep deprived people aren't so happy. So people begin to say, hey, you seem a little different. You seem to be glowing a little. Like, yeah, I am glowing a little. It's great. And then you start crushing it at work and maybe even get a promotion. Or maybe it goes farther than that. You've had the energy to find a new job that you love. But anyways, you start having that brain focus, that power to actually, crush it at work. And then finally, 3 more months down the road, you finally had the energy to maybe start your own business. Now that's a big one because it takes a lot of energy. And I will tell you, just from like getting this health coaching business up and running, it takes a lot of energy. And watching my girlfriend Anna, like her doing her business, it takes a lot of energy. So that's something amazing. But maybe also at the end of the 6 months, like you've done something you finally dreamed of doing. Just imagine your dreams in life. Something you've always wanted to do, but you're like, oh, I'm too tired to do it. I'll do it later. Well, you finally got that sleep that you've been robbed of for so long. It's been holding you back that by the end of these 6 months, you are just doing crazy things in life. Crazy things. You're having a good time. Okay. So what are people saying about sleep? I love this part because it's like really just driving it home. I love these famous quotes. So the first one we have here is sleep is the golden chain that ties health and our bodies together. Okay. So we have our bodies, they need sleep, okay? Sleep is gonna keep your bodies going. The next one, I love Irish proverbs. A good laugh and a long sleep are the best cures in the doctor's book. That's so true. It's like, imagine someone's really making you laugh or something's really making you laugh. You're not thinking about anything. You're feeling good. And then imagine those nights you did have a really restful sleep. Just remember a night like that. Maybe when you were a kid, when we slept our best, you just pass out and you wake up and you go running, you know? So it's really important. Last one is happiness consists of getting enough sleep. Just that, nothing more. Now, maybe that's a little far-fetched with the nothing more, but imagine yourself when you were sleeping really well. How happy were you? You know? So one thing I want to state here with getting this better sleep, establishing your routine, making your bedroom your sanctuary, is you're not just doing this for now, but you're doing this to make your future self happy. Because you can imagine that future self that's sleep deprived and not having a good time in life. Or you can imagine that person in the future that really figured out what was going on with his sleep, got it together, and it's just, you see them glowing in the future, vibrant, full of life, full of health, touching others with their happiness, crushing it in life. All right? So this stuff's really important. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you want to find out what's robbing you of deep sleep and really start kicking butt in life, this is something I do. I really get to the root of problems with people. And then when we figure it out, we implement these hacks, we implement this stuff. It's because once you figure out what is robbing you of that deep sleep, you can really implement stuff to change it, okay? So, whether you're watching this now or whether you're watching the recording, I urge you to reach out to me if you're struggling with sleep, because it is so vital to our health. Sleep deprivation is literally killing us. But remember, imagine that future self. If you did get that deep sleep, if you got that restful sleep, what are you going to be doing for your future self? What are you going to be doing for tomorrow? So don't let life rob you of sleep anymore. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. So thank you so much for your time tonight. And I really hope to see you back here tomorrow. And if you're watching this recording, well, then I'll see you when I see you. But tomorrow is going to be Eat for Your Body. It's going to be great stuff. And it's actually going to relate back to sleep a little bit. Because when we eat for our body, we can sleep a little better. So I wish you a good night and sweet dreams.